If you thought you were having fun up to this point, you have not seen anything yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, that's a song. I could sing it for you, but it might be painful. So we've got a over x plus 2 plus b over x minus 3 plus c over x plus 4. We want to add these three rational expressions together. It's important to note that x is a variable. We have one variable x. A, b, and c are called parameters. So a, b, and c are called parameters. Eventually they're just going to be constants that get filled in for a particular situation. So for instance, ax squared plus bx plus c, you're very familiar with that. Ax squared plus bx plus c. X is your variable. A, b, and c don't vary. They're very specific for any given problem. Those are called parameters. Okay, so a, b, and c here are parameters, and I'm just going to highlight here in green what I said earlier. That's your variable. So variable. Okay. So I've got three different denominators. So the first one needs what the other two have. What the other two have. So I'm going to have to take x plus 2, put it in parentheses, but it needs an x minus 3, right? And it also needs an x plus 4. Okay, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Okay, the next one, we've got b in the numerator. Let's move that b over just a little bit. There, looks nice and centered now, doesn't it? And we have x minus 3 in the denominator. Now this second fraction needs the x plus 2. So it needs the x plus 2. I'll just continue using two colors. So it needs an x plus 2. And it also needs, what else does it need? It needs an x plus 4. So it's going to be all three of those factors in the numerator multiplied together eventually. And then the last fraction, rather than try and center this bad boy, I'm just going to put it on the left-hand side. The x plus 4, that needs an x plus 2. All right, so x plus 2 over x plus 2. And then it also needs an x minus 3. So now we can kind of clean this up, rewrite it all over one denominator, which is x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 4. I'm going to run out of highlighters here. Okay, this right here is a times the quantity x squared plus x minus 12. And then I'm going to have b times the quantity x squared plus 6x plus 8. And then I'm going to have c times the quantity x squared minus x minus 6. So I'm just foiling those very quickly in my head. I'm going to check my notes just to make sure that I got the same answer. It looks like the same answer. We'll find out in the end if I made a mistake. If I made a mistake, you're sitting on it right now going, uh-oh. So we'll see. So now I've got ax squared plus ax minus 12a plus bx squared plus 6bx plus 8b plus cx squared minus cx minus 6c. And that is all over a common denominator. You can see that some of this is going to be a little tedious in doing your homework, but it's important that you go through these steps. Now, I really only have one step left, so hopefully you're going to be able to follow me here. You may have to rewind and watch this part again. Okay, I'm going to combine or collect all of my ax squareds. Here, let me use a nice color here. Let's use pink. So I'm going to collect all the x squareds. That was a positive bx squared. Let's make sure we get that positive in there. And positive cx squared. So look at what I'm going to write. They all have an x squared in common, so I'm going to use the distributive property. And then I'm going to factor out the a plus b plus c. So if you multiply through that x squared, you'll get exactly ax squared plus bx squared plus cx squared. I'm going to erase those arrows. So distributive property, you can put the value on the outside of the parentheses in the front, or you can put it at the end. We're putting it in the end here because a plus b plus c, that's a parameter. That's going to be your coefficient of x squared. Then I'm going to come over here, I'm going to collect all the linear variables. So we're talking about ax plus 6bx minus cx. So I'm going to put a plus, and then I'm going to put parentheses, and there's going to be an x at the end. A is positive, 6b is positive, and c is negative. And then we've got our constants, negative 12a, 8b, and negative 6c. So minus 12a plus 8b minus 6c. And that's our answer. So that is our answer. I thought it was going to make a beautiful, perfect square rectangle. Much better. There we go. It fixed it for me. So let me see if I got it right. A plus b plus cx squared, a plus 6b minus cx, minus 12a plus 8b minus 6c, score. That is it. Okay, you've got 2 examples here to try. Okay, actually, you've got 2 examples down there to try. Let me do one more example, and then you do the tries, and hopefully whatever I did in the try is correct, because it's going in a video. So keep our fingers crossed. Okay, I've got a over x plus 2 plus b over x plus 2 quantity squared plus c over x minus 1. So my lowest common denominator is x plus 2 twice and an x minus 1. So the first fraction is going to need another x plus 2. I can either just put the square here and then x plus 2. Hopefully you understand what that means. I'm nervous that you might not, so I'm just going to show you. See, there's my x plus 2 squared, and then there's my x plus 2 in the numerator. I just wrote them separate, but you can see that I'm just multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same value. Now it also needs, though, we also need that x minus 1. So x minus 1, x minus 1. Okay, what's the second fraction need? The second fraction just needs an x minus 1. Okay, so x minus 1, x minus 1. And the third fraction needs an x plus 2 squared. So the next fraction needs an x plus 2 quantity squared. So my common denominator is x plus 2 quantity squared times x minus 1. My numerator is going to be a times the quantity. Don't do too much. You can do the FOIL, but don't do too much in your head, because that's where you might mess up. Plus bx minus b plus c times the quantity x squared plus 4x plus 4. X plus 2 quantity squared. I might be able to do it right here from here. Ax squared plus cx squared. And then I'm going to have positive ax plus bx plus 4cx. And then I'm going to have minus 2a minus b plus 4c. So this is what I'm doing. I am multiplying, and that's how I got that. Then I multiplied the linear, linear, linear. And that's how I got that. And then, we already used green, let's use this blue. Then I multiplied. I already have that linear, or that constant, negative b, and then my constant 4c. So that's how I got that. The more practice, the more you won't have to write this part off to the side. So we've got a plus c quantity times x squared plus a plus b plus 4c, all times the quantity x, right? Or the quantity times x, and then minus 2a minus b plus 4c. I cannot tell a lie, these do happen to be one of my favorite things to do because it's just procedural algebra, and I kind of like procedural algebra. Okay, go ahead and try this one. Let me see if I got that one right according to my notes. Minus 2a minus b plus 4c. Yeah, I'm on a roll. I haven't made a mistake yet. Okay, knock on wood, it's probably going to happen with these checkpoints. So go ahead and press pause, and when you come back, I'm going to show hopefully what I think might be the right answer. Okay, if you're back, I believe we've got a plus b plus c x squared plus negative a plus 3b minus, oh wait, there's an x there, x, now minus 2a plus 2b minus c. So I believe that that's the answer to A. Now the answer to the next one I think is a plus c quantity x squared. I think I'm saying that right. Negative 2a plus b plus 2c, and then that's times x minus 2a minus 2b plus c. So hopefully you got some good notes on that. If you need to rewatch the videos, right? Slow it down, press pause when you need to press pause. That's the beauty of watching these lessons on video.